Welcome Star Wars Force Arena players to this brand new special video. First off, you're going to see some vintage Hera gameplay. That's right, it's from around about 1.7 time, so before the Clone Wars, long time ago. So today I want to talk about what we can possibly expect in 3.0. Now 3.0 is going to be just around the corner with the impending Solo, a Star Wars story movie coming. And I expect that there's no doubt there's new leaders coming to the game, all the cars and things that are involved with the Solo movie will be coming to Force Arena on around about the same time as the release of the film and also shortly afterwards. Now this video isn't going to be talking about leaders and cards. There's a lot of videos about that already, and quite honestly it's going to be expected. I think it's a given what sort of leaders we can be expecting. But what I wanted to talk about today was 3.0 and what it needs to do for the game to make it move forward, and also speculate on what could be coming to the game, because I have some kind of idea what Netmarble could be up to, and I know some of you guys that are worried about things like premium boosters, what's going to replace it and this kind of stuff, so we'll talk a bit about that first. But just enjoy the gameplay as we go on a chat, rant, whatever about the game, and then obviously comment below what you guys think. You know, what would you like to see in 3.0? Don't talk about leaders, as I said, just talk about what you'd like to see changed in the game, or what would you like to see added to the game, and what stuff would you like, what would make a difference to your gameplay and how you play Force Arena currently. And Netmarble do watch the videos, they read the chat, they read the comments that you guys post on the YouTube channel, so make sure you get in there and post away. So before I dive into premium boosters, what I'm going to talk about first, one thing I wanted to point out, at Netmarble they do kind of care about the game itself, and that because the amount of detail and attention to detail that they have in the game right now is phenomenal. You won't find another Star Wars game anywhere that offers you this variety of characters, leaders, cards, units, across all different areas. You won't find it anywhere in any game. And also, the love and attention they put into making sure the leaders feel unique, that their abilities are really powerful and can be countered, and all these things. Also the animations, I love some of the animations, the gunship for the Republic being my favourite, because that is just amazing how it just drops down troopers and goes off. It's little things like that, the details that make this game stand out. And it is disappointing that the game isn't more popular. And I think what's going on is, moving on to premium boosters now, is that they're finding it really hard to attract new players, and when they do get new players, they don't stay. And I don't know about you guys, once your slots are full up right now when you play 1 versus 1, you probably either go away, you unlock your card, come back, you may purchase a premium booster, but not many people are now, because most of the guys in the top leaderboard now have maxed out their cards. So there's no reason for them to purchase premium boosters because they've already got the cards. And this is one of the reasons why I think it's going to change, because if you're low level, you can't get cards, you just can't get them anymore like you used to in the old days, where you play the game, you do about tier 1, tier 2s, and what happens is your starter packs would have like a 3-minute, 5-minute cooldown. Perfect. So then you can at least get your foot down and start playing the game and enjoying the game until you get to a respectable tier, and then start hitting the paywall and the barriers that we come to expect in these type of games. But the problem is now, if you create a low level account recently, you notice that you just don't get the cards anymore, and all your packs that you win have got the same 3-hour, 18-hour, 12-hour cooldowns, and if you get a bunch of silver packs and a gold pack and a diamond pack, that's almost a week's worth of gameplay out the window, because you have to unlock the packs. And if you're new to the game, it's very unlikely you're going to spend money on a premium booster, because you want to get a feel for the game first before you spend money on it, and that's exactly what I do with these kind of games. Am I going to enjoy it? Yes or no? If it's yes, then I might spend some money. If it's no, then I won't bother. And that's how I tend to play, and I think this is what Netmarble are worried about. The changes to the game since 1.7, quite frankly, have really impacted the game itself, I feel, and it's driven players away. You're talking about a trade, for example, with Pick. Pick is awful. That drove players away. The changes to 2v2, when they removed it, drove players away. And now the fact that if you start off, you get the tier packs. So if you level up a tier, you get the leader and a bunch of cards. But right now it seems it's broken because you don't get all the cards that they show you. You just get one leader and they're unique and a couple of cards. That's it. You don't get everything. And then you get one of them. You don't get like a bunch of cards anymore. And all the weekend packs, you used to get silver packs and gold packs for logging in at weekends, a premium boost, 12-hour booster special offer and freebies, and all that's gone, which is disappointing. And I think this is what's led them to the situation we're in now, where players are just not hanging around in the game. I've got a tier 6 account right now, and it's ranked in the top 40,000. That's it, 40,000 players, and it's tier 6. That gives you an idea of just how bad things are right now. So between tier 6 and Kaiba, number 1, there's just 40,000 players in the game that are taking part in ranked. And that isn't good enough. And this is one of the reasons why we have the matchmaking that we have right now, where there's just no balance whatsoever, where you're tier 9, you play up against a Kaiba, and tier 9 will just relentlessly play against tier 11, which is what happened to me recently. And it's frustrating, and players, if you're new to the game, you're like, oh, sod this, and you go somewhere else. You just uninstall the game and go away. Disappointed. So what I think is going to happen, I think right now, there's two options I think they're going to do. Either they're going to introduce a different type of pack where the cooldown is literally maybe 30 minutes, possibly, and you can unlock it for 10 crystals. That's what I'm thinking. Perhaps keep players playing the game, because that is going to be the key driver, I think, for them this year. Keeping players in the game playing. That is going to be their key driver. And a second option, which I think is going to be the one that they may go with, and let me know what you guys think about this. It's where, if you think about how arcade works right now, and you play the game and you just get a pack at the end of X amount of games, and if you lose, obviously you lose 2 games in a row, you just get whatever you've achieved so far. I don't think they're going to adopt that system for 1 versus 1, but I do think they're going to maybe possibly have a system of packs where win or lose, you get a pack. That's what I think, and that way there'll be no unlocks, there'll be nothing to lock or unlock. You just get a pack at the end of your match. They may limit that to the 7 games, perhaps, I don't know, but that's what I think is going to happen, possibly going forward, and that would make it easy for players who may not be very good at the game. At least then they can get some cards, and might not get many cards, but they may get some cards. So let me know what you guys think about that, because I think potentially that could be what would retain players in the game right now. So with the arrival of 2.5, we've also seen some improvements in terms of like the guild stuff. Spectating games has been a big thing in 2.57 now. So, and I think they're going to expand and want to expand into esports, perhaps, bearing in mind they've given prizes for tournaments recently, for players to host their own tournaments and events and things. And I think it's like a test the water type scenario. You know, how does that go down with players? I think it's a good idea, but one thing I'd like to see is where perhaps guilds can, or players can, spend crystals, for example, like you can in Clash Royale, and host your own tournament and give away crystals as prizes or credits or something like that in game, rather than having to rely on Netmarble to do all the emailing and coding to to credit people with their rewards. That would be something I'd love to see in the game, and that again would keep people more active in the game. Speaking of guild functionality, will they add more to guild stuff? I reckon they might do. They might add some, I don't know, maybe some guild events perhaps, or some more additional things to spectating guild games perhaps, maybe pushing it into 2 versus 2 with players and brackets and things like this. So I don't know how that will work, but I think the focus is going to be this year is really keeping the player base strong, getting new players in the game, keeping players in the game, and obviously then once you're happy and if you're playing the game and having fun, you'll spend money if you have it available to you. But I do want to stress that I want to make sure that obviously if you're not able to pay for stuff, or you know, people have got their own reasons and stuff, that free-to-play players aren't going to feel left behind, which they are right now. I feel, you know, it is a struggle to get anything if you're free to play in this game right now, and that is the problem, I feel, for the game as it stands. So let me know what you guys think about some ideas there. I think 3.0 will make or break this game this year, and I think if it doesn't manage to push itself above and get some numbers and get some growth in there, I think it could end up being a very barren Christmas period, because bearing in mind there's going to be no Star Wars film this Christmas time. You know, we've got Solo movie out now, and that is going to be it, and then probably have Solo on the DVD digital release mid-November, December possibly, and that will be it. There's no Star Wars from this year. And bearing in mind how bad The Last Jedi was, I can't see Episode 9 the following year being as popular as people think it might well be, because I think a lot of fans like myself are so bitter about The Last Jedi that I'm not going to be seeing Episode 9 because there's just no reason to. But that's just my opinion, and obviously everyone's got their own opinions, and you know, if you like The Last Jedi, good for you, great, love it, go watch it. To give you an idea, I haven't even purchased it this on digital Blu-ray or download. I haven't even bought it. That's how bad the movie is, and it's the first Star Wars film I haven't purchased ever, and that's heartbreaking, you know, because obviously a huge fan like you guys, and you want to support the franchise, but I cannot support a bad film, and that is a bad film from start to finish. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below, what you'd like to see come to the game, what you'd like to see added, what you'd like to see removed. Hashtag remove pick. I don't think they'll do that this update, but who knows? I think 3.0 is going to be a mega update, probably the biggest update to the game we've seen. So expect more changes, big changes to the game as we approach the launch of 3.0 and the arrival of the Star Wars Solo movie. But thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next Star Wars Force Arena video, and may the Force be with you.